Hey everybody, Jimmy Rants here. I want to talk to you a little bit about a video that I made a little while back called Sorry Preppers, You're Dead. I noticed that a lot of you in the comment section, there were a lot of you that got angry at me like I'm some kind of anti-prepper. Like I'm trying to discourage you from prepping, and that's absolutely not true. Not true at all. What I'm trying to do is prevent like a think piece to put you in maybe some situations that I'm really trying to get you to do something that I know a lot of you don't like to do, and that's think. A lot of you think that you got it all solved. All solved. You've watched a few movies and you think that you can just kind of yell out Wolverines and everything's going to be fine. A lot of you got, like I put a scenario out there like where you got 5 acres, maybe 10 acres, whatever. Maybe you have 100 acres. I don't know what you got. And you, and I said, it's you and your wife, and I believe I said you got cousin Timmy out there, and you got Uncle Harry, maybe Uncle Jack, Aunt Nita, Aunt Pearl, and they're at your house. And then one notice nighttime, you're just kicking back grooving, man. You know, you're eating some of them beans that you've been putting back. But something happens because we're in a time without rule, without law, a raw situation. So I'm trying to get you to think, what are you going to do if some marauders or some bad people, some gangs, and I'm talking about a large number of people out there, and they're hungry. They have fled the cities and don't think they're not going to go rural. That's where they're going to go because they know that's where the food is. But a lot of you think that just because you live out in the woods that you're untouchable. You're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. People are going to be roaming all over the place. And I was talking about if you had a well-trained militia group or a bunch of marauders, but they've been together long enough that they kind of know what they're doing. Maybe there's 50, 100, 200 of them, and they just happen to be trotting down your road that you live on rurally. Even if you live out in the sticks, there's probably a road that takes you to your home, to your property. And you need to really think about, well, how in the heck am I going to defend my property? The crap's hit the roof. You can't call 911 because you are your own 911. What are you going to do? You got to have a plan. You can't just think that just because you watched, a few movies that Hollywood put out that everything's going to work out fine and it's all right. One guy told me, well, if 5 guys can't shoot 100 and put them down, they're a bad shot. And I'm thinking, are you nuts? Really, are you crazy, man? Think about it. It's nighttime. You don't know where these people are. You don't know where they're strategically located. And here you are in your home, and you may have cousin Timmy and Uncle Harry and Uncle Jack and all, and they're aiming this way. The problem is there's 100 of them aiming at you. 100. So you think that you're going to just shoot 100 well-trained people that you don't even know where they are strategically on your property? What are you going to do? That's the whole point of these kind of talks, is to get you to think that you need a plan. You need some kind of strategic plan, you know? You need a short-term plan and a long-term plan. It's like me. Here in my house, I have gone all through my house thinking, what if somebody breaks into my house? Maybe it's more than one. Where can I go in this house? Strategically put myself into a position that if somebody comes in, that I can cover a lot of territory in my house, that where I can take them out if they come in here. I have done that inside and I have done that outside. And I feel like I have a pretty good plan. Now, if there's 100 people around me, yeah, I'm dead too, you know. I will be defending my property the best I can. But I have enough brains to know that I'm not going to outshoot 50 guys that's shooting at me. I doubt if I could do it if there were 3 or 4 people shooting at me. But you guys think, not all of you, but a lot of you think that you can just do whatever you want to do. I got a plan, man. I'm going to let them come out here and they're going to be pushing up daisies. You're wrong. You're the one that's probably going to be graveyard dead, not them. All those preps that you worked so hard to accumulate, all those preps, all those beans and all that rice and stuff, the marauders are going to be eating it. Why? Because they overpowered you, because you didn't have a strategic plan. You can't just go running out on the porch with Uncle Jed's shotgun and think that you're going to whip the whole world. It don't work that way. This is not Hollywood. You got to have a real plan. I'll tell you something. There's a movie, and I'm sure a lot of you have watched it, but there's probably a lot of you who hasn't watched it. And this is the way, and you know, it may or may not be, but this seems very realistic. It's a cold, dark movie, but it's very real. And it's very possible that if the crap hits the roof and we go to this world without any kind of law, you know, or a rule without law, that this is how it's going to be. Watch this movie. And even if you have watched the movie, go watch it again. See if you can learn something from it. And it's called The Road. The Road. It's a great movie. It'll make you think. And another thing, guys, a lot of us are military trained. Now, in my case, I was 17 years old. I'm 71. A lot of tactics have changed, and the ability to fight, the improvement of equipment and things like that. But guys, think about this. You're at home with your family. You don't have your unit, your military unit out there with you. You don't have that. It's just you and your wife and cousin Timmy and them. That's it. You don't have an unlimited supply line like you did when you were in the military. Whatever you have, that's all you got. That's it. You need to think about that. That's why we prep. That's why we accumulate. A lot of people call us hoarders, but no, we're not hoarders. We're trying to put ourselves in a position to live the what if scenario. Like, what if this happens? What am I going to do? That's why I have thousands of rounds of ammo, because if this happens, if I just have a box of 50 rounds, that ain't going to do me a bit of good. You'll go through that in 5 seconds. Well, anyway, guys, think about it. You're sitting in your house, you're trying to defend it. There's like 100 people outside. They know you're in there. You don't know where they are. You can't cover them all. Chances are you're going to be graveyard dead. You're going to freak out when you're sitting inside of your house and cousin Timmy catches a bullet to the head. Then what you going to do? You're going to freak out is what you're going to do. And you're going to end up being dead. So, you know, that's why I'm saying, sorry, preppers, you're truly dead. If you think the way you do, the way you approached me with my last video on sorry, preppers, you're dead on the vine already. You've already lost because you haven't thought it through. Now, do I have all the answers? Absolutely not. But at least I'm trying to think of something to do. What are you going to do? I can't answer it because I don't know you. I don't know how many people are with you. I don't know. You may think, oh, I'm in I got a mag group, you know. I got a little militia group myself. But you know, if they live someplace different than where you are, how are you going to get all of those people to your house very quickly? You're not, because the marauders are smart too. They may have cut off all access to roads or paths or whatever that lead to your house. The help that's supposed to come help you, they can't get there because it's blocked. What are you going to do, guys? I don't know. I don't know your situation. I'm just asking you to think about it. That's all I'm asking you to do, is just think about it. Watch that movie, The Road. It's really a great movie, and that's how I think it's going to be if the crap hits the roof. And it's really worth watching. Thanks a lot for listening. I appreciate it. Talk among yourselves downstairs. Like, say, what would I do if 100 people came up on me at nighttime? You can't see them. You're not going to have lights on out there because you're really going to give your position away. You can't do that. So anyway, good luck to you. But I'm telling you, for a lot of you guys, the way you came at me and talked to me like a bunch of jackass know-it-alls, I'm sorry, but you're truly dead. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Jimmy Rance.